to Long Live the Queen. I'm not going to do a face cam on this game because it's a visual novel. I think it's important that you see everything. And, you know, it's really going to have more story going on in it than anything else. So most of the time I'm just going to be reading. Not really a point in me showing my face for that, I don't think. But this is one of my favorite visual novel games. I absolutely adore it. And I really wanted to show it to all you guys. So let's start. We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. This is the king. Here's our crown princess, Elodie. I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. You'll learn quickly, and you'll make a wonderful queen. That is what your mother would have wanted. This is not what mother would have wanted. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. Oh, wow. I forgot about that line. No, she wouldn't, but sometimes bad things happen. We have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us. On you. Sigh. I'll be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make will be ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting. So here's little Elodie. Welcome to Long Live the Queen, blah, blah, blah. I have played this before. I've played this a lot of times before. I think I found most of the ways that you can die, which is wonderful. Oh, I probably should have had it remind me. Well, let's look at it. She has no skills right now. She's depressed, so she gets a bonus to expression and animal handling, and a minus to royal demeanor, conversation, and athletics. So we should probably work in expression or animal handling. See, you can see how her moods are determined here. We don't have any other outfits right now. So what should we take in the morning? We got a bonus to... What did we get a bonus to? Expression and animal handling. So let's do animal handling, dogs, and let's do expression, voice. Done. So we've learned about different breeds of dogs, and we practice deep breathing exercises to build up our ability to sustain a note. What is all that noise outside? Who's here? It's my cousins and my aunt and uncle. Darling, we're terribly sorry to hear about your mother, Fidelia. Thank you. You look well, niece. Hi, Lottie. Did I just read hi, Lottie? Hi, Lottie, I haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long? Yep, Mommy said we'd be here all month. Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. So see, this says cheered her up. So now we can choose what we do, and that'll change our mood. So let's visit our aunt. I love this room. It's so much bigger than mine back home. You should visit more often. It's awful the only time we get to see you is something like this. I know your brother and sister are still too young, but why haven't you come to school? My mother worries about me. She doesn't think anywhere but home is safe. I understand. I'm probably not going to be allowed to leave the castle until my birthday, but at least we can have fun together here. What are you now? You are afraid. Because it reads from left to right, and so since even though these two are tied, it sees this one first, I think, and so it's like she's afraid. So that is a bonus to agility and faith. There's so many that have penalty to royal demeanor. It makes me so angry because you need that, if I recall correctly. Okay, agility and faith. I want to keep going with the dogs. Faith? Or agility? Where's agility? Let's do dance. Well, actually, we could go to faith. Let's learn about the lore. Only a lumen can channel magic, and only with the help of an attuned crystal. The ability to control a crystal seems to be inherited, so crystals can be passed from parent to child upon the lumen's death. You practice curtsying, standing, and walking across the floor in a graceful manner. What's the commotion outside? Father, what's going on? I have come to pay my respects in honor of your mother. You have no respect or honor. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. What? I am a lumen, as was she, and like every lumen, I am willing to give my life if necessary to protect our domain. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. That is for the crown princess to decide. Elodie, your mother trusted me, and I have much to teach you. Oh, first choice. Send her away. You heard my father. Get out, leave, and don't come back. As you wish. I'll return to my duchy until you call for me. She won't. So that's a choice that really changes the game, but we're going to do this for this run through. Now that you've finished studying, what will you do for the weekend? Let's go hang out with our cousins some more. What do you know about lumens? Why? Dad was really angry at the Duchess of Ursel. Mommy says people are scared of lumens because they're jealous. There used to be a lot of them in Nova, but there aren't anymore. Why not? I don't know. Maybe someone burned them. Is this a witch hunt? We're back to depressed. Yeah, we are. Okay. So that's a +2 expression and animal handling. So let's go back to that. It's just best. More voice, I think. We'll do dogs and voice again. You learn about dog grooming and the most common diseases and injuries that dogs suffer from. You learn the standard commands for working with trained hunting dogs and retrievers. You learn the differences in resonance between the chest, the head, and the nose. You learn about different vocal ranges and the most profound bass to the rare coloratura soprano. I know nothing about music, so if I'm messing up those words, I'm sorry. He loves me not. Lottie, do you have a boyfriend? Not really. I just like to play with the flowers. Me too. You gather your skirts and prepare to sit down when all of a sudden a hissing noise alerts you to a hidden danger. A snake! Charlotte, don't move! Oh no, reflexes failed! You grab for a stick to push the snake away, but you lack the skills to do the job properly, and poking the snake makes it angry too fast to see. It lunges forward and sinks its fangs into your leg! Ow! The snake slithers away, but it's too late now. A strange tingling sensation begins to spread through your flesh. That's a milk viper! They're poisonous! I don't feel good. Your leg is going numb. You stumble and fall to the ground. Hold on! Your cousin kneels beside you and presses her hands over the bite mark. The area throbs painfully, then begins to feel warm. After a minute, you're dizzy, but your leg isn't buzzing anymore, and even the wound has disappeared. How did you do that? I don't know. How I do it, I just can. I'm not supposed to tell anybody. People think it's freaky. You won't tell, will you? Of course not. I'm just lucky you were here. Girls, what's going on out here? I heard yelling. Nothing. We saw a snake, but it got away. A snake? That's it. Charlotte, pack your things. We're going back to Merva. It's not safe here. Aww. So now she left. Let's go play with our toys. You feel better. Are you still afraid? Yes. Okay, agility and faith again. Okay. Let's do more dance. But this time let's also do reflexes. Your teacher walks around you, prodding a finger at you slowly in order to train you to blocking those touches that triggering fear or faster breathing. You practice walking on the arm of a partner and following their cues to pause and turn to while keeping your eyes closed. You practice different partner dance positions closely held at a distance and non-contact, and the appropriate hand placement for each. The castle seems quieter with Charlotte and Emery and Zaha and their parents gone. Oh no, I didn't mean to skip ahead. Whoops. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to court. Sitting in court session is not fun at all, but it pleases your father and may be important for your future. So I think she's now yielding, which is a good one. Yeah. Bonus to royal demeanor and history. You'll want that. So, royal demeanor. We're going to do composure and presence. You practice deep breathing exercises, learning to find and maintain your sense of inner calm. You practice wearing the royal regalia and looking at yourself in the mirror. Young as you are a queen of the blood, you are your mother's daughter, you are a force to be reckoned with. One of the maids approaches for your attention. My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedena. We have a Duke of Sedena? No, my lady, the Duchy of Sedena is in Talassie. Or Talassie? I don't know. They've brought you a letter and a gift. Condolence to the death, deeply regret, best wishes. What a beautiful necklace! Oh no. Something sparkly will make me feel better. Oh no, we're in trouble. I I want to stay yielding for a while so that we can keep doing royal demeanor. You practice positive thinking, maintaining a good self-image, and conditioning yourself to carry on rather than be frustrated by any past misstep. You practice sitting calmly while your teacher circles around you and makes unexpected loud noises at random intervals. That's hilarious. You stare at yourself in the mirror and practice focusing and transmitting energy with only your eyes, turning the intensity of your gaze on and off at will. You practice using different styles of breathing in order to feel more energetic and let that energy surround you and others to share. Priestess of the Second Citadel. Your Royal Highness, I would speak with you. What is it? There are questions that you have not yet thought to ask. You know the powers of the lumen should be yours. Why have you not sought your crystal? My father says I shouldn't get involved with magic. If you don't, who will defend your domain if the Krakens rise again? I have seen signs of the future. Danger is coming. I can teach you to control your powers, but first you must seize your birthright and become a lumen. I won't do it. We're not going to do the magic in this particular playthrough, but I guarantee I will do more than one playthrough of this game eventually, so we'll get there. No, my father said I shouldn't, and I trust him. You're trying to corrupt me. Your Highness, leave me alone. That's not at all what I... Oh, mood. Duh. Okay, we're really yielding right now. Let's do -1 afraid. So we're still yielding, which is good, because I want to keep doing royal demeanor. At your command, your teacher strikes your palm with leather toss, and you learn to bear the sting. You lie on a couch and try to remain relaxed while your teacher smacks your heels with a leather toss. That doesn't sound good. You may now increase this skill until the other royal demeanor skills are 25 or higher. I think we're going to run into that as well here. Yeah, we do. You plant your feet in a strong stance, imagining that you are a tree deeply rooted in the earth. You can feel the power within you and know you will not be pushed aside. You practice focusing your attention on individuals as you pass, letting them feel a brief connection with you before you formally acknowledge them with a nod. You're walking up the stairs and a maid comes running down holding a towering pile of linen. You swiftly step aside and let her pass. So we passed the reflexes there. Let's go for a walk in the gardens. Still yielding. Awesome. So we need elegance before it'll let us do anything else. So let's do that. You practice walking along a narrow rail, taking each step carefully and focusing on your balance. You practice standing and walking with books balanced on your head. You practice the elegant way to hold and sip from a teacup, your pinky slightly extended for balance. You are strapped into a corset and hoop skirt and practice walking with these. The corset makes it hard to breathe and twist, and the skirt sways out of control if you move too rapidly. We've unlocked a new outfit! There's a man to see you. He wishes crowdfunding for a project of his. Remember, the treasury is not unlimited. If you choose to invest, we'll have less money to work with later. I have a plan to print books using metal letters which can be removed and reused. I need to borrow 875 lassie to assemble the metal and a factory to mold the cast and type. With the system, we would create new books in a fraction of the time it takes now and make copies sent all over the world. I don't know much about factories or trade. Would it really be worthwhile? We're not interested. So you can only do that if she knows, like, about that kind of stuff. Let's visit the dungeons. You creep through the dungeons, catching glimpses here and there of the fate that awaits troublemakers in the kingdom. Even nobles can end up here sometimes. It's a good reminder to stay on the straight and narrow. Alright, we have a new outfit, and I want to show it off. We have the coronet. So we got this by having over 25, I believe, on each of the royal demeanor skills. So we're going to go back to composure and presence, and then I think after this we'll try and get her out of yielding so that we can learn something else. But this gives her a bonus to that. You're strapped into tight, heavy armor and made to walk around in it, learning that any attempt at sudden movement will catch painfully or trip you up. Slow and steady is the way to go. Your teacher smears your body and clothes with strawberry jam, makes you walk around like that for hours, facing the funny looks and snickers aimed at you without hiding or becoming angry. Ew, that would ruin your clothes. You practice being aware of your environment, seeing everything as it transpires around you and feeling that you are in control of it all. You practice giving commands to the castle staff, neither asking nor demanding, but telling them what needs to be done. As long as you believe it to be true, they will as well. Your Highness, my sympathies for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget that my own mother will be never coming back. Thank you. However, I must call for your aid. The Ixionite occupation of the country of Imbrium has gone on for too long. Now is the time to push back. I know there's been problems with Ixion, but I don't know the details. I guess they're occupying Southern Marie. I don't know anything about the military. I don't want to fight. There must be a peaceful way to settle this. I will send for diplomats from Ixion to try and come up with an arrangement. Thank you, Your Highness. That necklace you're wearing, where did it come from? It was a gift from the Duke of Sedna. Then you've made arrangements with him? What sort of arrangements? That's a courting gift. The man wishes to gain your hand in marriage. Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, that's a problem. Alright, we want willful now, so we're gonna sneak out. But we're still yielding. Oh boy. What's our mood? Alright, so if we do that again after this week, it should be fine. Classes. Because we just get history as well. History can be important. You can have serious problems. Let's do Novan and Foreign Affairs for this week. You read the history of your domain. Hundreds of years ago, Nova was the center of a great empire spanning the length of the western coast as well as a few island territories. Over time, your influence has waned. You study the relationship of Nova and its nearest neighbors. The borders have been mostly peaceful in recent years except for problems with Ixion to the south. However, trouble may be brewing in Prius as well. The representative from Ixion is here. Be careful. No one wants to give up prizes that they have won. You have the full support of my sister and myself, Your Highness. Let's get this over with. Wow. You're not nice. Your Highness, thank you for granting me this audience. I'm sure we can come to an amicable agreement. Let bygones be bygones now. We will forget about the unprovoked attacks on us. You will transfer the rights to this little province. We can be good neighbors again without any lives being lost. I did not pass any of these, so we don't get any more. Oh boy. We do have presents. We could try and bluff them. You will withdraw your troops at once. Only then will we have peace. Oh no, court manners threaten to attack. My soldiers are poised to destroy you. Yes, present success. Very well. Phew! Aw, Elodie, you're so cute. Alright, we're gonna sneak out again. Oh, we're back to afraid. Okay, agility and faith. So let's do agility, dance, and reflexes. We'll try and get her out of afraid. You begin practicing dance steps and timed in music, quick and slow, turning and weaving. You practice with a jump rope to increase the speed of your footwork. You practice solo tennis, hitting a ball against a wall repeatedly in order to train your hand and eye to react. You can now play sports on the weekends. Woo! There are reports that a Keithong has been sighted living in the old forest. What's a Keithong? A beast with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak, and spikes on its back. Eek! Several disappearances in southern Caloris are already thought to be the work of this creature. What do we do? Should we send hunters? The traditional policy on stray beasts is to hope they return to the forest and stay there. Hunters are no match for such creatures. You would only make it angry and waste more lives. So, we just let it eat people? Everyone dies in the end. Aw, depressed. Also, there's a letter for you. Talaris, the Duke of Sedna, will be arriving next week for an official visit. Uh-oh, that's the guy that sent us the necklace. Alright, what's our mood? We need angry. What will make us angry? Or less afraid. This would be less afraid. Well, let's do this. We're still afraid? Yes. Why? Oh, we'll get out of this eventually. Alright, we need to do flexibility. This is the perfect outfit to do sports in. You learn to relax and evaluate the tension in your body, then to practice the different types of motion available to each of your joints, twisting, shifting, and rotating. You practice circling your arms and making kicking motions with your legs to stretch out your limbs. You practice bouncing motions with your arms and legs to increase the muscular effect. We have unlocked a new outfit! Ah, Your Highness, what a pleasure it is to meet with you in person at last. Your description did not do you justice. Giggle. I don't know how to deal with handsome older men paying me compliments. This guy looks like a lot older than her. I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted my humble offering. A jewel for a jewel, but you are more precious. I hope this is only the beginning of a mutually beneficial relationship. A union between us would bring stability to both our peoples. He really does want to marry me. Now, if you decline his offer, especially since we don't have flattery, she's gonna just, like, scream at him. So I'm gonna accept the offer just because otherwise we're gonna run into a lot of problems I don't want to deal with. I would be honored. Elodie! Your Grace, are you not aware that my daughter has only 14 summers? It's my decision. A betrothal only, of course. There's no need for hurry. You have your coronation to plan for and all. If I might be of service in any way, please send for me. I'll be happy to offer my protection or advice. Our dad's all like, what are you doing? Alright, let's try and get cheerful. Cheerful's always nice. Oh, now we're sad. Oh no, now we're lonely. Thought we would be cheerful. We're lonely. I need to start watching these things more closely. What do we have? Conversation and medicine. Alright, conversation's not a bad idea. Let's do public speaking and court manners. You practice tongue-twisting sequences of syllables to improve your enunciation. You review the correct greetings for guests according to rank and when to extend your hand to another. All nobles will expect their due honors. You are requested to stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. Your Highness, this slattern dares to beg pardon when she admits she tried to poison my sister under her own roof. Which sister? Corisande, the Duchess of Mead. Is she alright? She is unharmed. We caught the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could eat her foul spew. What do you have to say for yourself? It's justice it is. Them devils killed me brother and broke me mom's heart. Lied to her they did. When she went to see why he'd not come back, she said he'd gone to a soldier when he never would. He weren't the only one neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice. You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her and be done with it. I don't know what this is all about. Either way, murder is a serious crime, but... Put her to work, imprison her, execute her. Let's put her to work. The woman failed in her goal. She harmed no one. I do not require her life. If she's kept far away from your sister's court, she'll no longer be a threat. You're going to forgive her? I am indenturing her, not pardoning her. She will serve as a heavy laborer in northern Ursel. She should be made an example of. She should be drawn and quartered in the public square. I have spoken. God bless you, miss. Like, she's happy that she's becoming indentured. I would not be. Oh, now we're back to yielding. Gosh darn it. Anyway, I think I'm going to call this episode of Long Live the Queen here. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that subscribe button. As always, I'm the Purple Pegasus, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!